everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending a little bit more time with me today. I'm back. I'm back. It's been a few weeks since I've been on camera, but I am back. I'll go through what's happened here in a little while, but let's get on and sort out excuse me, sort out this week's stitching. So it's been a reasonable week. I have done 10,079 stitches this week. 1,879 of those were a model stitch, and the rest of them are stitching on my projects, so that's great. I'm very happy with that. I have worked on 6 projects, including that model stitch, which unfortunately I'm not able to show you, but I can show you the other 5 that I have been working on. Okay, so the first piece that I've worked on, it was out on a stitch with me this week, and it's this one. This is a Gogh Never Passed, and it is by Unconventional X Stitch. But it started a few weeks ago. Let's see, I have a pile of stitching here. Okay, so here we go. It's stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric, and we have added 1,000 stitches, and it's gone from 0.52 to 0.92%. So yeah, happy with that. Some lovely colours coming up in that. So that's the first one. The second one I worked on was my new start last week, which is this piece. This is Unicorn. The artwork is by Lorna Laine and charted and kitted by Geckorouge. So this was out twice this week, once on its regular sort of, well, what will now be its regular rotation, and also out on my live stream on Sunday. We have added 1,300 stitches. It's stitched 1/1 full cross, again on some 25 count fabric, and we have gone from 0 to 2.58%. so this is the underneath of the unicorn's jawline, and this is the unicorn's eye, and obviously hair coming in there. There's a lot of pale colour in this. I think it's like 3865, so I'm going to leave that until the very last and put that in last, because I don't want it to get dirty. So that's that. So the next piece that I've worked on is this one. This is a Tilton Crafts piece, and it's called One to Rule Them All. And again, that was good. Stitching this on some 25 count Lugana, no, even weave, 1/1 full cross. I've added 1,000 black stitches. See, this is the top left corner, and all of this space here will be 310. So while ever I'm stitching this and it's not being out in a stitch with me or anything like that, I'm just getting a lump of 310 input, and there's 1,000 stitches there. So that's that. It has gone from 2.98 to 4.22%. So that's that one. Okay. Next piece I worked on is my one that it is not on Pattern Keeper. And this one is Ice Dragon. kitted by Sarah up at Paine Free Crafts, designed Nadezhda Gavrilenkova, and artist is Tatiana Verkovskaya. And I'm stitching this on some, I think it's 27 count, I can never remember, but the bag's over there. It's over 2 and I've done 1,000 stitches, so this is almost at the end of the first page. See myself through it. Let's try that. There we go. So we are just, so this block at the bottom, it is going into the next page down. So yeah, 1,000 stitches on that. All good. And the last piece to show you of my regular stitching is my Extra Stitches Focus. This is a Night Cafe, the artwork by Leonid Afremov and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So last week we reached a milestone of 6%. We were at 6.05% and we'd done exactly 60,000 stitches, and I've added, is this right? Yeah, another 3,900 stitches, and we've gone to 6.45%, and it's stitched 2 over 1 tent stitch on 25 count even weave. And as you can see, I'm doing it in sort of stepped way there, and I should be doing it 100 stitch wide and step down. But yeah, we've got, it looks all very dark there, but there's lots of purples and greys and blues and things in it. And yes, I know you can see the white coming through. Oops, but I'm not concerned about that, because when it's washed it will shrink ever so slightly, and sort that out. So that's it. That is all of the stitching this week. So we have 2 items left for this week's new start. There are 2 cats on the wheel. There is the Witchy Cat, which was a Halloween special edition from Geckorouge, and the Christmas Cat, which was a freebie from Geckorouge. So we've got a 50-50 chance of one of those. So let's see what the new start will be, and then we'll automatically know what next week's is as well. And the winner is the Christmas Cat. So the Geckorouge Christmas Cat will be my next new start, and I do believe, if I can find it, it's quite small, this one. So there is the mock-up, and I will get started on that on Wednesday morning. In terms of stitch count, 34,499, so it's not a huge chart, not by any stretch of the imagination, and I should imagine that again we will be looking at a centre start for this piece. And let me have a look. Yeah, we'll be looking at centre start, I should say. So next week, the final new start next week will be the Halloween cat, the Witch Cat, the Terramango design. This it's like a sister piece to this Christmas one. So what else have we got coming up this week on the channel? So Realm of Middle-earth map will be out on a Stitch With Me on Thursday. Pandora will get a first set of rotation stitches, and Sophie Kilpatrick's Night Orange London will be the Sunday stitch this week. And then the Christmas Cat will be out on Wednesday morning. I will record a Stitch With Me for Saturday, one with chat, and then on Sunday's live stream the Christmas Cat will be worked on again. So next week will be the Halloween cat, the Witch Cat. Let me just have a look at the calendar, just bear with. Calendar. Where's a calendar app on here? Do I even have one? Let's just 2025 April 2025 calendar. Okay, right. So today's the 14th, so next Monday the 21st will be the week commencing next Monday, the 21st. So the 23rd, the Wednesday, that's when I will start the Witchy Cat. Now the following Wednesday, the 30th, I've got a new start planned for my group May Sal, which is in the description box below. Obviously I won't start it on the Wednesday. I won't have it on a stitch with me either, because it will be just 100 stitches a day on that. But I will be starting that on Thursday the 1st. So once I've finished all of my new starts for April, or in April, I will start that new start for Mania on the 1st of May, and I will sort out a new wheel to finish one start. I've got at least one that I can draw, but I've got a number of projects that I want to add to that wheel, so I'll get that looked into next week probably. Okay, so that is all of the stitchy news. So we now know what's coming up on the channel and where we are. I haven't got a model stitch at the moment because the one that I had is finished, so it's going back, but who knows what I'll get in the next, you know, coming few weeks. So on to other stuff. So if you're here for stitching, thank you very much indeed for joining me. I'll see you on the next one, but on to other stuff. So first of all, I'm back on camera. I've had my teeth done. They are not finalised yet, shall we say. I'm only wearing the top set at the moment because my bottom of my mouth is quite sore. And also the bottom ones are quite ill-fitting, so I can only wear them for very short times. But I'm sure you'll agree, I look already much better. And I do feel a lot more confident. But I'm back at the dentist in July, and the sets will be adjusted for a better fit than what they are now. As I'm still in healing, I did expect that they wouldn't fit brilliantly, and I was a bit disappointed at first, but as I'm gradually getting used to them, you know, I'm getting used to them. Other news, weight loss has been essentially not put on hold, but I haven't really been focused on it for the last couple of weeks. I had a couple of things happen. We had Mother's Day here in the UK, then I also had Lauren's birthday, and both occasions in which, you know, Mother's Day it's exactly that, and on Lauren's birthday we went out for the day as a family to Manchester. We had a wonderful day, and I did eat what I wanted essentially, but that's not the reason why, you know, the diet was kind of put on hold. When we came back from Manchester, I got a letter. You may remember, when you get to, well, I've been talking about it all year actually, when you get to age 50 you start getting all kinds of things through from the NHS, our health service here, and not one of them is a birthday card. You get you're invited for this screening and that screening and the other screening, and send off this sample and come into the hospital and do this and do that and do the other. So I had my mammogram, and I came home to the letter on Saturday that I was pretty much urgently recalled to the hospital on Thursday. Needless to say, it was extremely worrying when I got the letter, because it didn't tell me anything at all. It just said, we need to see you. So I spoke to work, and work were very generous, and I ended up with a full day off on Thursday to go to the hospital. I sat with a wonderful nurse who said to me that normally when they do a mammogram, breast tissue shows up as black, but they had seen an area of concern. They didn't know what it was. It could be a cyst, it could be a lymph node, but they needed to identify it. So I went and had 3 more mammogram pictures taken, and then I had an ultrasound, and during the ultrasound I had an ultrasound guided needle aspiration, which is as unpleasant as it sounds, but not particularly painful. I then went back for more mammograms, and the upshot is that after almost 4 hours in clinic, I was given the all clear, that the shadow, the area that they'd seen on the original mammogram, was indeed a cyst, and the needle aspiration had essentially made it disappear, because when they did the repeat mammogram, it was no longer there. So a massive relief all round. You know, I was quite concerned because the girls were, Andy was, and you know, I don't have to have any more follow-up now. It's just a case of going back in 3 years for a routine check. So yeah, it's been quite a wild week, really. I got my teeth on Wednesday, and I was at the hospital on Thursday, and disappointed as I was on Wednesday, I didn't wear them on Thursday because I had a bit of a strop about putting them in, and they wouldn't stay in and all the rest of it, and you know, it was quite, you know, just one of them things. But I went and still got weighed on Thursday night, and it showed that I haven't been sort of sticking to the diet, because I had actually gained over 2 weeks 7 pounds, which I'm pretty sure is mainly water weight. And me and Hannah have been getting out and having some walks. We went on Saturday, we went on Sunday, we went last Sunday as well. And Easter Monday coming up, we have a very long walk planned. We're actually going to get Andy, I live in Rotherham, we're going to get Andy to drop us in Sheffield, and we're going to take the canal side walk all the way back into Rotherham. It's probably going to take us 5 or so hours, but we're going to have a nice long walk, and you know, see what we can see on the side of the river. What I'll do is I'll try and get some pictures of it as well, and maybe ask Andy very kindly if he'll add them in at the end of my video.
What's that?
That week. I'm saying I get some pictures of the canal walk.
Oh right, so you want them in the Flosstube afterwards? In the
Flosstube afterwards, yeah. So, but yeah, so that's everything really. Quite a week. I'm only working 4 days this week. I'm only working 4 days next week because it's Easter break. But that doesn't disrupt or change any of my Flosstube plans or video content. So Flosstube as usual will be going out on Tuesdays, Stitch with Me's Thursdays and Saturdays, and live streaming will still continue on Sundays and Wednesdays at 7:30 PM UK time. So I'm actually on my work break as usual, so I'm going to go and have my lunch, but I want to say thank you all very much indeed for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all of that good stuff. But most importantly, thank you all for your wonderful support over the last few weeks, where I have been not out of action, but less visible while I've been having this work done. I truly appreciate all of your support and your well wishes. It really has helped, you know, to support me, so thank you very much for that. So as ever, I'm going to leave with 3 videos on the screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes and have a look. And as always, now at the end of every one of my videos, be kind. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye for now.